Good day, everyone. I'm going to show you how to build the Flutter app. So I'll be building the app from scratch. So firstly, I'll create my folder on my Flutter project. So first, let's go to command prompts. Then I'll go to my desktop directory, cd desktop. Then Flutter creates my, what should I name app? Okay, let me name it. Let me just name it app for now. You can see this is the app it created for me. So now, so now I want to open my app. So this is my GP app. Then I'm going to drag it to VS Code. So to here in our VS Code, the ID we'll be using to edit our code. So now you can see this is where compilation for Android comes in. This is where compilation for iOS take place. So Linux, Mac OS, web, Windows. So you can use Flutter app to create the Android app, iOS, Linux desktop app, macOS desktop app, web app, and Windows app. So this lib is where I'll be writing my code. So let's get started. So firstly, I would like to import my Flutter package. Okay, so I'll import my material.dat Flutter package Flutter material.dat. Yes. Let me put my semicolon after. Then to start a dat app, we use void main. Start a dat language void main. Okay, we are saying that it is where we are starting from. So void main function, we bring it in. Then run app. And say okay, this is where we are running our app from. So material app. So under our material app, our home, we bring it our home, then scaffold. So this is the syntax for writing Flutter. So you give it a method, then a widget. This is what we call widgets. So in my scaffold, there are three main parts in scaffold. But I'm going to be using app bar. I'm going to be using body. That's the body of my app. Then bottom navigation bar. Those are the three that I'll be using. So for now, let me comment them out because I'll be using them later, but I don't want them to give me error. So firstly, I'll get started with my app bar first. So app bar, I'll bring my app bar widgets, then title. So in my title, I want to bring in more than one widget. So I want to bring in an icon, a text, and icon button. So the icon and the text will be together, while the icon button is at the other end. So first, I'm going to create my row widget. So what I'm saying is that everything should be aligned in the row. So in horizontal format, not vertical. So when I bring my row widgets, so for row widgets, we're having more than one widget in it. So we use children. But if we are inputting just one widget, we use child. But for rows, column, list view, start, those widgets use children. So under my row, I want to bring in another row for I'm bringing another row for my icon and my text. So icon, sorry, okay. So let me bring my children again. So my children, icon, icons, dots, and I'm going to be using G mobile data icon. So let me bring my text. So I'm going to name it GP. So I want to create like a mimic for OP. So this should be in a string. I want to create a mimic for OP. So I'll be using GP. So let me launch this. So I'm just going to launch it using Windows because using Android right now is going to take up a lot of time. So we started debugging, we started launching our app. So okay, now you can see our output. This is our output here. You can see the G logo, then our GPF logo. So let me change the color to color of my choice. So background color. Let me use I'll bring my colors widgets, colors dots, blue. You can see. So this debug banner, let me remove it. So I'll come to my material app. Debug should check banner. So I'll make it false. So that's what we used to remove the banner. So let me, you can see it's no longer there. So after that, I want to bring in my icon button. I want to put an icon button here to show menu, things like that. So after my first row, after this first row, still on the second row, then I'm going to bring in my button. So this one is one row. I group this into one row, then I group the other into another row. So it's the other one now to bring my icon button here. So I'm bringing my icon button widgets, icon button. So I'm going to use constructor function. So we use this constructor function if we don't have any particular function to input now and we don't want any error. So we use constructor function so that we're going to be able to display our app. So icons, what I want my icon should be icon dot icons dot menu, which is menu. So let me restart this. You can see it here. So now there are two ways in which I can give it spacing. I can use come to this row here. I'm going to give it main axis alignment space between. So it's going to give me space between this first row and the second row. So you can see. And the other way, I can come here and add spacer widget. So that spacer widget, what it does basically is give me space within this within the two widgets. So it's going to start aligning the other widgets from the right. So I guess this thing is enough. This main axis alignment is enough. So then bring in my constructor. So let me refactor, then add const modify else here. So you can see it's not giving me that blue line again. So now I'm done with my app bar. So I want to move to my body. So in my body section, but one more thing in there, but I want to change my color to white, the color of my text and my icon to white. So foreground color, so colors dot white. And difference between icon and icon button, this one is not clickable, while this one is clickable. This one is a button in form of icon. So that's the difference. So now let me go to my body. So all this place, the body here, I want to input my text here, my text and my icons there. So in my body, I'm going to let me add a stateless widget. So I want to extend it. I want to extend my body. So I'm going to create my widgets. So what this does basically is it gives a class to a stateless widget class to this app body. So I'm going to be able to call it here. Then once I call it here, each style I give it here or each widget I give it here is going to build it for me, and it will be in my body section. So instead of writing my whole code in my body, I start bringing it down like this. What I can do again is that create another file, then link it from that file to this file. But since what I'm doing is not something too broad like that, so I'll put it down here. You can see it's outside my void function. Outside my void function. So it's like we are creating another instance outside it, then we are calling it in here. So now let me call it app bar. Sorry, app body. So app body, let me bring my const. So you can see. So what I'm saying is that any widget or anything I return here, it should build in the app body, in the body section here. So that's what I'm saying that with these statements that I just inserted. So now let's get started. First, I'm going to bring in my padding widgets to give it spacing from my container padding. So I'm going to make the padding edge insect all. So in all sides, I want a value of 16. So that's what I'm simply saying. I want a value of 16 outside. So after that, I'm going to bring my child widgets. Remember I said for widgets such as that are not row column, we use child, not children. So in this padding, so since it's only one widget I'll bring in for this padding, so I'm going to bring in a child so for just one widget. So you can't input multiple widgets here. You can only nest it. That's what we can do. We can't input multiple widgets. So now let me bring my list view. Okay, to show that I'm creating a list view, or in short, let me just bring in my column. So material. So my column. I'm going to bring my container. So container is the first. Okay, let me bring my children. Because I want more than one widgets. Then container is the first one I'm having in my column. So let me bring my const here. So because it's going to remain constant, it's not changing. So in my container, let me bring in decoration for my container decoration. Box decoration widgets. So the color of my container, I want the color let me give it a blue, so that's going to match my app bar. So first let's go ahead and continue our app. So if I say new style I need to input again, I'll just come back and input it. So edge insect all for my padding. So inside my container should have a space, a little bit spacing. So same thing I gave the outside, I'm going to give it 16. So 16. So for my container, what I want to be my container, I'm going to be my child. So then I'm going to bring in another column on that column. So I want my container should align downwards like this. See, this is my container. Right now there's nothing inside, that's why it's this small. So I want it to align downward like this. Then I'm going to have a row. So in the column I have a row. So there'll be one row here, then there'll be another content down here. So let's get started. So children, well, in that container, let me bring in my cross-axis alignments. So I want to align it vertically to the start. So what I'm simply saying, align vertically to the start. So after my column, I'm going to bring my children to start. So my first children, I want to bring in a row because I want to align some widgets like this. You can see it shows a row. So the more I keep building, the more the container is going to increase. And you can see the spacing around this container. That's the padding I added, the first padding I added. So that's the spacing this system. So I'm still going to make this radius. I'm going to give the border radius so that it will be curved. I don't like the way it is sharp like that, so it should be curved. So for my row, I'm going to bring my children also. So I'm bringing my icons dot shield. You can see it. Okay. Let me make the color whites such as the up bar. You can see. So now let me input my text. So after my icon, I also input text. So let me available string available balance. You can see it now. Available balance. So I want to change the color to white. So I'm going to bring my style, text style, widgets. Then in the text style, I'm going to bring in my color. So I'm going to color white. So color go white. You can see. So the auto reload is working. So after my text, I want to add another item, but I want to give it spacing. So there should be a spacer here. So I'm going to add my item here. So the next item I want to add should be, I want it to be at the end here. So we give it a spacer. So we should space to the end. Then I want to bring in my text button. We have different type of button in Flutter. We have elevated button, text button, icon button, outline button. So for now, I'm going to bring my text button. So I'm press in my constructor function, just like I did before. So text widget to transaction history. So let me refactor all this, add constant modifier everywhere. So one more thing. So I will change this but this text to white. So same thing I did before, style, textile widgets, then color. I'm sorry, in the textile widget color. So colors dot white. You can see my transaction history is white. So when this is an icon button, you can see the shadow around it when I click it. Different from this normal text. It's a text button on the normal text. So this one is just an icon. This one is an icon button. So that's different. I can see the space within this. That's the other padding I added. Is this padding I added here? This padding for the space around it. So now I'm done with my first row widget. So I'm going to come to my colon because I want to bring this container down and add that text down here. So I'm done with the row widget. So let me bring my size box. So I'm going to give it an height spacing. I'm going to give it an height spacing. Height of let me say 40. So let me add my const here. So you can see let me reduce this. So now I'm going to bring in my text, my outline button. I'll bring in my outline button. But instead of outline button, let me use elevated button. Elevated button look more will look better than outline button. So I'm bring my constructor function. Then this, let me add my text. So what text down to appear on my button? That's what this text is for. So in my text, I'm going to use add money. That's it. That's it. So this is my elevated button. You can see it's elevated and it's so different on the container. So let me make my container the radius of my container. Let me make it called. So I'm going to come to now my box decoration. So still under my decoration on the container. So text box decoration radius, border radius dot circular, because I want to make it a little bit circular. Okay, sit here, dot circular, and give it 10. Okay, let me remove this const here. Okay, so you can see it's curved. So now let's move on. So I want to input some icons here. So I'm going to have in my column. I'm done with this column now. I'm done with this. I'm done with this container column. So outside my container, still sorry. So now in my column, I want to bring in another container. But this container, I want to give it a color. So container. So it should be transparent. Let me add margin from the top. So after this, there should be space before it comes to uh, edge insect only top, so only the top. Then I should give it, I want to give it a value of 20. So now in my container, let me bring my child. In my container, I want to add a a row because I want everything, the icons I will bring in, I want it to align in a row. So let me bring my row widgets. So my children. So in my row, I want to input text under my icon. So it's best I use colon. So after my icon, I'll bring in my text. After icon button, I'll bring in my text. So under my column, let me also bring my children because I'm adding more than one widget. So I want to use a widget called circle avatar. So it's going to give me a circle, like a circle background. And you can see it here, it's already showing. So this is the primary color of water. You can see something like this. So I'm going to edit it to my taste, background color. So I'm going to make it blue. Okay, blue. So, but now I want to use another shade of blue. I don't want it like normal blue like this because it's a background color. So I'm gonna give it a shade. This is a shade. So you can see. So it's a shade of blue. It's not as thick as this blue. So if you want to edit it, you can give it 200. It becomes thicker. You can see. If you can give it 300, it becomes thicker again. So the higher the shade, the higher the thickness. So this is my blue. This is the shade I want to use. So after that, I want to increase the size of this circle water. So let me reduce. Let me give it like 30. 30 should be good enough. You can see it's bigger. So now in my circle water, which items do I want to be inside? So I just want only one, just my icon button. So I just place an icon button inside this. So on press, let me give it to my constructor function. Sure. So let me bring in my icon. So icons dots. So account balance wallets. So that's what I'll be using. Account balance here, you can see this kind of thing. So you can see it's clickable, is an icon. So I want to give it color. I want to make color blue. So as to match the container and everything I'm doing. So you can see the color is blue. So now to add text under my circle avatar, I'm done with my circle avatar now to add text. So text, I bring my text widgets, then place it in a string. So to so now you can see it. So now I've created this first one. So I want to create some more exactly like this, but I'll just change the icon and the text. So let me just go ahead and copy this, starting from the column, because everything's a column. Let me copy this and I'll paste it twice because I want exactly the same thing in that row. So you can see my row column. So let me paste it at 1, 2. So the error is given now that okay, I didn't put comma after it, and this place too, I didn't put comma after it. So once you reload, you can see create exactly the replica for me. So that's an easy way to create replica. So the second one put to bank, and the third one I'll put to withdraw. So now I want to give it spacing. I want to give them equal spacing. So I'll come to my row widgets I created up here. So I'll make the main axis alignment space evenly. So see my row widgets here. So just before the children, main axis alignments, main axis alignment does space evenly. So what it does, it give it equal space within them. You can see the way it is. So this makes more sense than the other style. So you can see our app is coming together. So one last thing, I want to bring my bottom navigation bar. My bottom navigation bar. So there will be an bar down here that will be able to navigate. Okay, I want to go to under screen. I want to go to under screen. So for that, I'm just doing the UI of this app. So the function, there's no any function on it now. So just developing the UI of it. So to show you how Flutter is being developed. But now, right now, I didn't put any function there. So my bottom navigation bar, I want to bring in my bottom navigation bar. So first, let me add constructor to all this. So add constructor everywhere. So it won't give me this error. So out here, I can bring my stateless widget again. So bottom nav. Just name bottom nav. Okay. Firstly, let me come up here and name, give it same way I brought my app body here. Let me give it bottom nav. So let me call it here. You can see my bottom nav here. Let me input my const. So let me put my const. So now let's go ahead and add our bottom navigation bar. So let me bring my bottom navigation bar widgets, bottom navigation bar. So items. So what are the items I want to be in my bottom navigation bar? That's what this items means. So we make it a list, and to identify lists in Flutter we use a square brackets. So how many icons do I want? I just want 3. So let me bottom navigation bar item. So let me create that widget. So I'm going to copy and paste it down because I just want 3. So after it, let me put a comma here, a comma here. So now my first icon, I want my first icon. It should be icons.on. So it should be kind of, icons.on. So just like that. So my second one, I want which would be preferable? I think bar charts. Icons.bar charts. So for the last one, icons dot pressing. So let me add my constructor everywhere in the file. Okay. Instead, let me bring my constructor here so that it cover the whole list, because this border item is in it. So let me go ahead and refresh. Okay. So now I'm having error in my code just because I haven't indicated the index, the part I want to show. So this outside my list, so current index. So which one do I want to show currently? So that's what I'm just trying to say. Okay, I want to show the first one, so I'm going to put 0. So when it comes to list in Flutter, basically in programming, your first item in the list is 0 because the computer starts counting from 0. So 0, 1, 2. I have 3 lists here, but the values are this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So you should select my current index now should be 0. Let me restart. Okay, I'm having an error. Okay. Label. I'll also have a label here. So after my icon, let me add the label. So what do I want to be labeled? Okay. Let me add the string home. So label finance. So label min. As you can see, this is it here. You can see this is our first bottom now, second one, third one. So we need to put a label that is going to give us error. So if I go for current index 1 and refresh, you can see now it's selecting the second one. So it's telling me that okay, the second on the list because the value of this second one is 1, the value of the first one is 0, the value of the third one is 3. So you start counting 0, 1, 2. So here I see 2. That's it. It's selecting this one. So last thing. So selected uh, item color. Selected item color. So the item I select, what I want the colors to be. So let me bring in my blue back, my blue as usual. So blue, colors of blue. You can see it's blue now. So let me make it the first one, 0. So as you can see, so right now you can see it looks like the OP UI. So that's what I was going for and we're able to achieve it. So thank you very much. My name still remains